G and your guy, football junkie, coming live with you with the Cowboy Huddle this morning. Yes, it is us. Yes, we're coming with the chaos and the panic with the Cowboy Nation. Everybody listen live, listen up, and listen close. We got a situation that's brewing and boiling over, and we're coming to you with the most on this podcast this morning. Let's listen up. How we gonna hit them with a G?
Sheesh. Football junkies in the house. I like that, man. I like that. Ooh, and you are so right. You see the title? Chaos and conflict at the Cowboys headquarters, bro. Let's get right into it. We ain't gonna waste these folks' time because we know it's the weekend. But what's on your mind, man? We got a bye week. We know we got a bye week this week, and we win. Cowboys win. Cowboys win.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's on your mind? How you feeling this morning, man?
Man, like you said, this is the bye week. I call it the try week. Try this week and reset. And let's see what we do for the rest of the season. I've really been evaluating and looking at some things concerning Jerry Jones, and everybody I feel like got his all-in situation misconstrued. Jerry is desperate. He's thirsty for a title, man. Jerry's clock is ticking, and he wants to get one before he clocks out. But at the end of the day, he using methods and moves that people are not really looking at Jerry. A lot of people looking at Jerry on the surface. I feel like Jerry's all in isn't right now. He's probably giving himself a year or two window. I'm looking at the CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott contracts as securities. Securing a primary good receiver and securing a quarterback that has competency. Jerry probably is not going to say that he gave up on Dak, but he knows Dak is a quality quarterback. He's accomplished a lot of things for statistical-wise for us when it comes to things dealing with Cowboy records or monumental records throughout the league. He's also done things for his league-wide records. Be that it's been up against pooty-poo teams through the course of his career, but he has shown us that he is competent enough to do what it takes to win big games. Dak is one of those quarterbacks that has to have a security blanket around him like Baltimore had around their quarterback when they won their first Super Bowl. I look at Eli Manning. Eli Manning isn't a great quarterback, but he's polished. He was polished enough to get you through games and to win games. I don't think Eli was the flashiest quarterback or one of the greatest quarterbacks. He had great defenses around him and great players around him to win those games. I look at other quarterbacks throughout the history of football that was lesser quarterbacks, and I've stated this to several people. I've seen lesser quarterbacks win Super Bowls. So there's no excuse other than the staff. Mm-hmm. We got to have the adequate coaching staff to revitalize this team. This team needs lifeblood, life breath in it. And I also will say this. Jerry Jones made a statement about a month ago saying that Deion Sanders is going to be a rich man. And he's speaking in coaching terms.
Well, I'm going to give you this.
And I've also stated to another family member concerning Deion Sanders and the possibility of Deion Sanders being the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He said that Jerry and Deion will be too buddy-buddy. That's what Jerry needs, somebody he could be buddy-buddy with that he could just trust.
You know, and you, I can agree with you to a certain extent because
it's a reach.
You have to have somebody in there that knows how to talk to Jerry.
Exactly.
And someone that's not going to be that yes sir type of coach, you know.
Yeah.
We know that's what we got with Mike McCarthy, but I think about it, I don't know how true that will come into fruition or whatever, but I can see somebody with his swag and his character that Deion Sanders has that would probably be one that, and the only one that can probably handle Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Okay? But yeah, when you say that, that's where something's going to have to give football junkie because Mark Cuban wasn't aware that his mic was hot, but they caught him saying that I feel sorry for Jerry. I really do. I really do feel sorry for Jerry Jones. So, what is it that Mark Cuban could be talking about when he said he feels sorry for Jerry Jones?
We could pull straws on that one.
And
We
I
really
think,
could.
and I think it goes to what you're saying that he wants to win. He wants to win, like you say. It just our definition of all in is probably different from what his all in is, and like you said, it could be for latter years. But my question is, when Mark Cuban said that, is it because he's continuing making mistakes, or is it because he's getting pushed back from the front office? Is it because his players are not playing up to par? I wonder what I mean. But that's why I call this chaos and conflict at the Cowboys headquarters, because there's so much going on. There is so much going on with our football team, man. To where now we can't pinpoint one thing. We can't pinpoint one thing. You know what I'm saying?
I it's you right, and you got Emmett Smith is very disgusted. Michael Irvin is very disgusted, and Troy Aikman was very vocal, and he pointed out some things concerning uh, players not running their routes and his fullty and whatnot. And I still look at this. Dak Prescott don't have no balls.
Wait a minute. Man, you said something. I'm glad. I just threw the softball. I just threw the fast pitch down the pipe to you. I was waiting for you to hit it out the park. So yeah, that's exactly where I was gonna go with that. And why would you say that he doesn't have any balls?
Okay, and I've been watching football since I was been playing football. I played football from third grade up until high school. Basically grew up watching football. Come from a football. We are from a football family and
That's
stuff
right.
like that. Right?
That's right.
And we understand throughout the years of watching playing football, quarterbacks take command of the offense
Yeah.
from the field to the sideline to the practice field. Uh, you eat, breathe, and live that leadership role right there. Uh, as a quarterback, you got to check your offensive linemen, your receivers, and even the defense at times. Get us the damn ball, we say to the defense.
Yeah.
Run your damn route, we say to the wide receivers.
That's right.
Hold the damn ball, we say to the running back. And offense, y'all better block your ass off.
Wait a minute. But see, and when you say that, because now you're talking about all you Dak haters, you see what Troy Aikman said. Well, okay, you want it, and I'm gonna say this here too, football junk, and I say the same thing. I always said, and I said this in one of the videos before. Really don't think CD is a great route runner. He's not. I watched him. His form and his technique and how he comes off the line, and it's trash. But he's a great catcher. He's a great
Yeah.
catcher. But then you got people saying, okay, you Dak haters, they see what Troy Aikman said. He said it's the receivers. Well, if you have a quarterback that knows that this is happening and refuse to say anything, and if you have a quarterback that knows that your offensive coordinator trash or your offensive coordinator plays are trash, that's where you grow some balls.
Okay.
That's where you
And
grow some balls to say something to, hey, Mike McCarthy, this is not working.
okay.
Hey, CD, like you just said, bro, quit taking plays off. If you're not gonna run the route, go to the sideline. That's leadership, like you were saying, football, John.
Leadership. Not, hey, not only that, Jerry gave this man a 260 million golden ticket. you can use that ticket as a lethal
Anyway.
card to cut Mike McCarthy's throat.
Ooh, wait. But we're dealing with a nice guy. He's
He's not passive aggressive. He's just straight passive
passive.
powder puff. He's powder puff.
Yeah.
He needs to have on lingerie and pads, man. Dude, come on, man. This is man football. This is the modern day gladiator Rome sport, dog.
Yeah. And if you know you're at this line, I did a little video, and some people say, "Well, who said that you was a coach?" But I was doing on TikTok. I was doing a review of a play that we ran. It was 4th and 2. 4th and 2. The defense is in a 2 safety high in 4th and
hmm
2. But when I see
hmm
that, I'm automatic. Oh, they're playing the pass.
Yeah, they
Well,
backed up.
yeah, two safeties high. I don't give a fat rat if we got a if our run game doesn't work that well. But for 2 yards, listen, kill, bring it in. We finna run this ball for this 2 yards. Well, what
Okay.
happened? Dak didn't check out of the play, and he ended up trying to throw the ball on 4th and 2, and the defense did exactly what I had said. And people said, "Well, was you expecting them to run the ball?" Why the hell not? Because hell, he just threw the ball right into the defense. The defense told him what he was running, and he went and ran the play anyway. Now it's turnover on downs. I have a better chance, at least knowing that I see these two safety house and sliding up under the quarterback. And it could even been, you could still pass the ball, but make it a play action. But don't sit in a shotgun because they see what you're getting ready to do. And sure enough, they come out victorious because they knew exactly what you was going to do. And we checked that. So as a quarterback, if you know this is a Mike McCarthy's play and you don't like it, check out of that crowd.
Check out of it. Check out of it.
I don't know, bro.
Check out of it. How many quarterbacks we've known to start just calling their own plays so they disagreeing with the offensive coordinator's calls? Uh, like Aaron Rodgers. What Aaron Rodgers got that man vetoed up out of Green Bay because of his play calling. Look at what Aaron Rodgers has done over with the Jets. Again, got another coach packed up,
Holla at you.
packed
Holla
up.
at you. And that's the
Man,
leverage that Dak Prescott have. Dak, I mean, dude, you cannot hold his position and just allow folks to ruin your image. If you're the quarterback that you say you are, do something about it. But everybody's
exactly.
like, you Dak haters. Well, yeah, you know what? Dak is not doing nothing. Dak is not showing us anything that to make us believe that he can take us to a Super Bowl.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, but you want to sit
It's
up there and say you want to blame the receiver for running lackluster routes and whatever. Okay, if that's the case, if I'm the quarterback, I'm finna check my receivers now.
okay.
Or me and my receivers finna come together as one, and we both know that these plays are trash, and we're gonna get asked Mike McCarthy. I don't care if it's mid-season, but give me somebody else, Jerry. This is not working. But they
Not
better
working, man.
fix this, man, because really and truly, it's not looking good at all. We have no running game. We have no
Zero.
passing game. Our,
Zero.
our offensive plays are stagnant and stale and outdated. Our defense is still trying to find their way. Dude, this is a recipe for disaster.
It is.
And we talked
It
about
is.
that. I said this last year. I said, well, beginning of this season, I said this season is going to be a lot different from last season. We had a lot of teams that we played last season was under 500. I said this season we got some 500 teams that we have to play. Now we
Most of the
got,
schedule.
yeah, we got past Pittsburgh. We thought Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh just as worse than we are. But
Mm.
we're going to be tested this year. And what Detroit did to us, it might happen again this coming next week. So
Hey,
something to think about.
hey, man, look. I've looked at what's the schedule look like, and Cowboys supposed to go through the gauntlet, and it don't look good.
It don't look good.
It's it's uh it's a fire, and we just better hope the wind don't start blowing for a start.
Well,
Fred,
it's
it's a
going to
fire.
spread. And we heard about the little meltdown with Jerry Jones on the 105.3 The Fan. Dude. Again, see, football junkie, they couldn't let us up in the press conference because those are the questions we're going to ask. We're going to ask you the tough question, just like 105, in which I don't even think they were tough enough. I would have asked, they would have been
You,
a
you
lot
know
more.
they were. You know what they worried about? They worried about their job. One, two, losing Jerry Jones to come on their daggum station. I wouldn't have gave a damn about that, man. Jerry gonna come back. Jerry gonna come back because he like his coffee and daggum uh shenanigans.
He like
So
to hear himself speak. He like to hear himself talk.
exactly, he gonna hear himself talk. But Jerry was frustrated. Jerry's desperate.
Yeah, I think
Jerry's
he is.
desperate, man.
I think he is desperate too, man. But the thing about it is, desperation can lead to a meltdown, and that's basically where they're going. But again, man, they're gonna have to figure out this offense. Dude, we have not seen the end zone. I mean, we're ranked last damn near in every category, damn near. And you mean to
Hey,
tell me we are okay with what's going on? I don't care. You can sit up there and say, well, see that no, that gets some blame on this, and I don't know what it
yeah,
is.
that gets
You know, it's your
he
it's
gets
your
go ahead.
No, it's your offense. This is your offense, man. And if you know where the problem lies, it's your job as this super cowboy quarterback to make whatever it is wrong right. Like you say, he got a golden ticket.
Say, I put it to you like this: they need to get away from bringing in these dudes that dreamed of playing for the Cowboys. They making these dudes' lives a reality of the dream fulfillment. We don't need no dream fulfillment as Cowboy wannabe football players. We want some dream fulfillment cowboy bronc buster type of football players want to go out there, get home on the range and get dirty and dusty and see that cloud of dust every day coming weekend. That's what we want to see. This pageantry stuff that we got going on with Michael Parsons. I've always dreamed to be a Dallas Cowboy. This stuff with Dak Prescott, I grew up going to want to be a Dallas Cowboy. What we do? What about dreaming being a pro football player?
See, you're so right, bro, because we're talking about these thrifty store players that we're picking up. And I'm gonna say this, and we are soft. Well, our team is soft and wet bread simply because look at we go out to California in the 60-degree weather and we practice and basking in the sun in great weather. And then we leave there and we come back to Frisco, and what we do, we practice indoors, and we barely do any tackling. We just go through the fundamentals. We just run routes and we play two-hand touch. This is what Dak is talking about when we need to practice harder. The locations where we practice, that's not football. You out there in 60-degree weather, out there in Oxnard, and you come here and you practice inside indoors and stuff. You are what you are. That's just
Yeah,
basically what it is.
yeah.
We're soft. This team is soft. They're
We need,
soft.
need to bring that back to Austin, Texas, then, huh?
Yeah, they go back up to Midwestern. Go back up to
Yeah, yeah,
Go back to Midwestern like where Jimmy Johnson had.
yeah.
PR Cowboys said something on other show. No, it was Cowboys Corner. He said we've been reading the book for 30 years with blank pages.
Oh boy.
30 years of reading the book of blank pages. We hadn't seen nothing. We ain't read nothing. There's nothing there. For the last 30 years, there has nothing been there, bro. And you haven't done anything. And I say this also, it's not what Jerry Jones has done from the time Jimmy exited this organization up to today. Jerry, it's nothing you've done. It's everything that Jimmy Johnson done. And it's everything that Tom Landry done before your time. You haven't
Okay,
done anything.
okay,
Jerry, you haven't done that. It wasn't you. It was Jimmy Johnson that did what you got. The hardware you have today on your watch came from Jimmy Johnson. It's
okay,
nothing you did.
okay,
So
okay.
that's where we are. So what are you expecting? Until you bring in a coach that know, and you're going to give him full range to do what he needs to do, then that's what you can probably write something else in your book. But right now, you haven't brought anybody but a bunch of backup, old, outdated coaches, backup quarterbacks. We haven't had a first round draft quarterback since Troy Aikman, and it don't look like we're going to
Hey,
have one no time soon. But let's talk about this: Trey Lance. Now what? Now that Dak signed, now what? Wasted money. What are we doing, football junkie?
man, look,
What are we doing? What the crap are we doing? What 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 do we why do we bring the guy? Why do we give up what we gave up to bring this guy? And now there's no way he's playing now.
and then why you got Dalvin Cook on the practice squad?
Oh my gosh, dude. Told you. Chaos and conflict at the Cowboys headquarters, bro. That's what it is. Why do you bring Dalvin Cook? Why'd you even bring Zeke? What are y'all doing? You waited late to sign your quarterback. You allowed your $136 million receiver sit out the whole training camp. Then you finally signed Dak. Then you finally signed CD. Now you wasted all this time. When you didn't draft a running back. What are we doing? What bro, again.
Hey, I put it to you like this. I really don't think Henry would have made a difference in this offense.
Nah.
He would have went from bad to worse coming from Tennessee to Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because this whole offense. I mean, Mike Solari, he's an old guy. Mike McCarthy's an old guy. Mike Zimmer's an old guy. You look at did you see Ben Johnson, what's his name? Ben Johnson on the other side. What's it? John, what I forget. Offense coordinator, young man, creative, innovative, young
Every week.
coordinator.
Every week.
Every coach we done played coached against outside of the Giants and Pittsburgh, but these other guys, they're young. Well, we can talk about the Saints. We can talk about Detroit as far as their coaches.
Yeah.
These are coaches that young coaches with young minds, and they are reinventing the game of football, and it's passing us up.
Yeah. Say, man.
What are we gonna do with Trey? What are we finna do with Trey now, bro? What? You just wasted that kid's. You wasted his time.
Really? I mean, really, the only thing they can do with Trey Lance is, I mean, Cowboy has probably the worst quarterback room in all of pro football. Literally. The worst quarterback room in all of pro football. You got some college football teams that got better quarterback rooms than the Dallas Cowboys. And I just say one, University of Texas.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
This is ridiculous.
So who's calling these shots? I mean, is it Jerry John? I mean, even you got Mike McCarthy said, I know how to win games. I want to run the damn ball. But we only had 53 yards rushing against Detroit. I mean, what are we doing here, man?
You get more results from a busted pipe than the Cowboys running game. That's real talk.
Fact.
I mean, Mike McCarthy, the Boo Birds need to be out at the stadium. They really don't. I'm talking about real tough life.
Yeah.
The fans need to do Dak's job now.
Yeah. Yeah. What Dak won't do.
The fans need to do what Dak won't do. I remember when Bon Phillips was coaching the Houston Oilers, and the Oilers fans was tired of Bon Phillips. They came with the sacks, the little written boards and stuff like that, and the fans in the stands and stuff like that. The fans can get you fired too, Coach McCarthy.
Yeah. 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 I agree with you. And then now it's time for that voice to be heard.
It is. It really is. Because they Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and Troy are screaming from the top of the mountain. They really is. They screaming from the top of the mountain. And Jerry need to get off that banana in the tailpipe, because he shows slipping.
Well, after hearing him on the 105.3 The Fan and how he basically melted, like he had the meltdown.
Yeah.
It just, to me, it seems as if nothing takes place, nothing happens unless it goes by Jerry Jones. At first, I kept saying, maybe this is something Stephen Jones is doing, but the way Jerry was talking as if I run everything.
Right.
And if that's the case, this is what's hindering your football team, because basically you're not allowing the football team to do the things that they need to do necessary to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
If you're putting your input on everything. Now, I do know this, that Jerry Jones sits in the players and coaches meetings. For what? For what? What are you there for? But
that don't make any sense.
Why are we even interviewing the owner of the Cowboys and not the coach? In which I'd rather hear Mike Zimmer press conference than anybody else, because Mike McCarthy, he dances around the questions. Dak Prescott, he dances around all the questions being asked. One thing about it, you listen to Mike Zimmer's press conference. They asked him. He said, "Well, what about the starters? How you feel?" He said, "I got to deal with the guys that are here. They're here for a reason. I can't talk about the guys that's on the bench. There's nothing to talk about. They're on the bench. They're hurt. They're on injury reserve. I got to deal with the guys." And I like the way he answers the question, because he answers versus Mike McCarthy. It just gets old. And Dak
ballerina.
But
Mike
I don't
McCarthy
know.
Ballerina.
Yeah, we got the 49ers coming up next week, man. So what are we gonna see different? Anything we're gonna see different, or what would you like to see different?
I mean, even though the 49ers is in some key role positions and whatnot, they still pose a threat.
Oh yeah.
The 49ers, in retrospect of where we are for coaching and player personnel and stuff like that, all this stuff that's going on with the Cowboys and stuff like that, they gonna boo-boo on the field again, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. And we had to go there, right?
Yeah.
That stage is too big for your quarterback, bro. That stage is too big for your quarterback. I promise you. We cannot. I guarantee you, this game is going to be on Dak. I don't care what nobody say. This game is going to be on Dak Prescott. Dak, you got to find the end zone, bro. Last game we did not find the end zone.
That's another thing that boggles. That I mean, I'm mind boggled on this, man. How for 3 seasons, maybe 4, your red zone offense is just atrocious.
Trash. Atrocious. You're right. You so right.
4 years, and people talking about Dak haters. The quarterback has a lot to do with your red zone offense, along with the play calling. Man, you come. They not tapped in. Whoever watching the game, they not tapped all the way in. They not live at 5. They not, you know what I'm saying? They not being analytical. I'm not talking for the statistical aspect of the game, number country. I'm talking about being play conscious of the game that is at hand, what your quarterback doing, making these blooper reels in the red zone. Come on, and all he can do is just.
But see, this is the thing, football junkie. We We rewarding players for numbers. It ain't about no hardware anymore. CD Lamb don't have jack. Dak don't have jack. Kirk Cousins don't have jack. Tua don't have jack. All these players, Jamar Chase, he don't have jack. But this is how we rewarding players now for numbers, not hardware anymore. And that's what we are. Now I say this here, and we're gonna get this in a little bit, but I say this here: if the end zone was in between the 20s, we'll have 500 points. What? We can throw that ball in between the 20s all day and all night. But boy, we cannot. I don't know if it's a big red stop sign in the end zone, or red light, or do not enter sign in the back of the end zone. We cannot find the end zone, fam. And then they want to say it's not Dak's fault. Man,
It's the grim zone keeper that's at that goal line, man. I ain't gonna call him the Grim Reaper. He the Grim Zone keeper, man. He
damn.
is hey man. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life, man. Only teams I've seen like that had red zone problems, teams that was just terrible.
Trash. And well, it's not Dak that's calling the play. Well, damn, if I'm the quarterback, $240, $50 million quarterback, if I don't like that play, kill. I don't like that, Mike McCarthy. You know what, Mike McCarthy? Shut up. I don't want your play. Line up on this ball. You have, like you say, he has the golden key. Do it. Because if you don't, you're going to allow Mike McCarthy to ruin you. And really and truly, to be honest with you, they say, well, Dak was MVP. You know why he was on last year or whatever it was? It's because we were playing from behind half the darn time. We played about 8 teams that was under 500. Of course, again, what it was because of the numbers. Oh, he threw for 36 touchdowns. Half the damn time we playing from behind.
Man, they I don't know what these people are looking at. How
they gonna hate this video because we talking about that. I don't care.
I don't know what people are looking at, man. I'm gonna go back and relapse on the San Francisco playoff game last year when all that garbage can time at the end of the game last year, Dak lit it up. Man, they had a cushion. We can let the gas off of it now. We got you.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I agree with you, football junkie, but what I want to see a fresh set of plays on this offense. And quit taking the damn ball on the first possession. You know y'all not that good to be taking the ball on the first possession. Man, defer. Y'all ain't that good. Why we're gonna take the ball? No, you not. You better defer. No, we don't want it. We don't know. Defense say we probably don't want it either. Knowing they go, y'all ain't good enough to get in the end zone to sit up there and go get the ball first and then give them the ball back after the halftime. Now you down by 4 touchdowns and they get the ball back. Stop. That's bananas, bro.
That's crazy, man. This is the thing with me too, man. Is like we if we look at I'm always saying, time of possession tells a whole story about the game.
Yep. And that's exactly. And they want to sit here and say what the defense do. Well, the defense is on the field majority of the time, like we was last year against Green Bay. People don't want to look at it wasn't Dak don't play defense, but what the defense don't play offense. How about that? So, again, defense did what they did. They kept them out the end zone, held them to field goals. But again, when you got an offense that cannot get in the end zone, that's where you have to point your finger. I don't care what you say. You can talk about defense can't stop anybody. Well, hell, as soon as they go sit down and get a water break, yeah, here we go. 3 and out, guys. Go get back on the field.
Okay.
Nobody sees that.
Hey, well, I'm gonna break it down to them a little bit. Defense is the husband, offense is the wife. If the husband is away from the house 28 days out of the month and he only at the house 2 times out of the month, the wife is gonna complain. All right, where you been? How come you ain't giving me no attention? When we gonna do something together? Defense gonna say, well, guess what? When you start doing what you're supposed to do, I show up a little bit more.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah. So the offense is cheating the defense out of what they can really their real potential. They cheating them. When your offense is on the sideline more than your defense, it's the problem. When your defense is out there, the defense is out there on the average 32. Come on, 32 minutes a game on the average. Anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes a game, the defense is on the field. Your offense is on the sideline, Kool-Aid and earning that big money. So all the big money is on the sideline. All the big money is on the sideline. Where the big money supposed to be putting up big scores. The big money is supposed to be CD, run your route. You come on, Dak done threw that Brandon Cook into an injury. Come on, man. Come on, real talk. It ain't just about Dak. It's the offense as a whole. But Dak is the man. Dak is the mainstay at the team. He's the mainstay at the team. He's been there on that team longer than anybody except for Martin. Mm-hmm. Come on. You are the leader of the ship, dude. Man, he ain't even willing to go down with it, dog. He got his chips. They stacked.
Yeah. Yeah, he's willing. But what they're saying, though, football junkie, they saying, well, they don't got a front line. Nobody's blocking for him. They're not blocking for him, football junkie. What you expect the man to do? He's running for his life. Now, this is what's being said on TikTok. I'm going to go live on.
My dog ain't got no collar, neither. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. If your dog you love so much is pooping and peeing in your house, what you gonna do? You gonna continue to let him make that mess? No, you gonna straighten that out. That pooping and peeing in the house, and he ain't using the daggum pad, so he needs some correcting, some guidance, until he can retool and recalibrate his mental on how he needs to lead the Cowboys. Got that one thing for sure, two things for real, man. You have leaders of men and you got followers. That is not a leader of men. He's a follower. Mm. He's not what we would call a man's man.
Well, you gonna get
not some a man's man.
You gonna get some heat for that, bro.
I don't care.
Hey, that's right. This barbershop talk. We are unapologetic about anything we say. So y'all know what channel y'all came to. You came to the Cowboys Huddle podcast. So, hey, we respect your opinion. So, hey, we ask y'all to respect that because it's all what it is. It's us talking about our Cowboys.
He's not a man's man, though. If just think about something. If Dak Prescott played with the 90s Cowboys, and let's say he was the starting quarterback, not Troy Aikman, them dudes on the Cowboys team would have his lunch.
Oh, what?
Charles Haley probably would have punched him.
Oh, yeah. Well, he wouldn't be there long.
He wouldn't be there long.
He wouldn't be there long. That's one thing you can say. He would not be there long because Charles Haley and all of them. Well, he's not mentally ready for that type of team back then. That's what's going to happen. Well, before we go any further, I got to do this, bro. Before we do anything, hold tight. This is our channel channel identification. Hold on. All right, thank you. But hey, man, real talk. But he wouldn't last, bro. He wouldn't last.
No, he wouldn't last. Not under Jimmy Johnson, he wouldn't last. He. I mean, these people that are Dak Prescott lovers and saying that, talking about the haters and stuff like that. Okay, if you understood what the Cowboy regime was like up under Jimmy Johnson, and you understand what Jimmy Johnson set in stone, and how he began the process of developing the team back then, and you watched the Cowboys. That's your measuring stick.
That's it.
Would Jerry allow Dak Prescott to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys? Hell no. He's not. He's not Jimmy's. He's not Jimmy Johnson's type of quarterback.
So
He, he's.
you said would Jimmy allow Dak to be his quarterback, or you said Jerry?
I mean Jimmy.
Okay, okay. I was
Jimmy
like,
Johnson.
yeah, yeah. It's not. No, no.
No, Jimmy wouldn't. No, he's not. Jimmy is. That's the measuring stick right there. He. I mean, you when you come into the league and you transform a team in 2 seasons, and you're playoff bound in the third season, fourth season, you're in the Super Bowl. You change the whole landscape for pro football all as a whole. Everybody's used that margin. Everybody in the NFL has used that margin.
Yeah, so true. Since Jimmy Johnson has implemented that. So
5 years. That's the
5 years,
window.
and here we are, 30 years. 30 years later,
You
fam.
need to tell Jerry and treat Jerry, ask Jerry like somebody need to come through like Moses and tell Jerry let our people go.
For real, give it up.
Oh man.
Listen, so we're and I know I know right now we're looking at coaches. We're looking at coaches, and I do not want to hear anything about Bill Belichick because people say, "Well, bring Bill Belichick." Listen, Tom Brady didn't need Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick needed Tom Brady because we saw that soon as he left. He went right to Tampa Bay, and what did he do? Another Super
Come on.
Bowl. So don't give me this Bill Belichick stuff because Bill Belichick it got so bad for him that he had to walk away from the game.
You
But
know what?
go ahead.
You know what? Speaking of, when you have people like Bill Belichick and Mike Tomlin that are defensive minded coaches and stuff like that, they need Tom Brady. They need Ben Roethlisberger. They
Yeah,
need those dynamic type of quarterbacks and stuff like that to give their offense sustainability and leadership. Especially when you come in with older offensive coordinators and those younger quarterbacks are able to see the view and be able to use their snap and pizzazz to make that offense go. Uh, bro, we don't need no Belichick, dog. We need life support.
yeah,
We
yeah,
need a total uh, incision, wide incision heart removal, man.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. I personally and I if I want to bring in a coach, I'm definitely looking at the coach from Georgia, man.
Mark,
I just we got to get somebody that's going to hold these players accountable for their action. That's going. Well, that's what Jimmy Johnson ran all the old players out. He ran them all off. Randy White said, "Well, hey man, I understand. Bill Bates tried to hang, but he had to leave after so long. But Randy White says, hey man, y'all doing something totally different because they practice hard. And I understand the league won't let them practice like they should, but there's things. It's still how you conduct your practice and going
exactly.
going to these training camps, man. It's nothing. They're tackling blocking dummies on a darn mat or something. Like what is dude? What are y'all doing? And see what Mike McCarthy's trying to do. He's trying to keep all of his players healthy. He don't want them to practice hard because we got to keep them healthy. That is why you create a depth. So if one man goes down, the next man can step in. But we
Right.
do not have. Mozzie has messed up the whole front defense. And I know I said we're gonna end this video, but Mozzie has messed up the whole interior of the defense because we're still searching for somebody to do something, do what he cannot do.
Man, you know what? We had the chance to do it. We took Miles, but we could have did that early in the draft. We give him one
Later,
of them
you
big
mean?
boys.
Later?
Yeah, later. You know, we could have did something. We chose Miles over something that
Yeah. Could have been, he could
man.
have been a third rounder.
Okay, it's crazy, man.
Idiot. Idiot. But we ain't gonna hold these folks up no more, man. But I think we done shared everything that was on the top of our cranium and our cranium and that came from our heart. Like I say, this is just our opinion of where we are with the Cowboys. We are not, this is not a broadcasting channel. This is not scripted. This is coming straight from the football junkie and your guy G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton. So again, man, we appreciate you guys coming through and stopping through with us. And make sure you leave your comments on what you think about where we are with this Cowboys team. But do me a favor, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and the notification button so you guys will be notified as well when the next video is posted. Again, thanks Football Junkie for coming on because he had something to say. And I tell you all the time, they be asked, where's Football Junkie? So Football Junkie, again, man, we want to give you a big thank you for coming on and hanging out with us
Yeah,
always.
most definitely,
Before we
man.
before we get out of here, you got any last words?
Hey, man, just stay hopeful, fans. Just stay hopeful. Don't look for too much. Don't expect a whole lot.
Woo! That's it.
Keep watching.
And on that note, y'all, like I always say, stay safe and continue to be blessed. We out. Deuces.